Basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna prep the soil today. Well, I chose the genetics already, 100% F1s. I want to see how they do outdoor. This place gets a lot of sunlight. It has perfect temperature conditions. You don't get any powdery mildew or anything. Humidity is not too high here. Elevation is not that high actually, but is still in the mountains. So I think we're around 700-800 meters. Is still better than on the coast. And it's hot, it's good soil. The garden has been used for many years. The soil is really prepped, so we just need to give it a little bit of a tune up with some activator from Sonnerde. Gonna add some black soil, and that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna make my way there, and when I'm there I'll let you see the place and what we have planned. Well, here we are. We arrived in the mountains. I'm going to show you the plot now and what we're going to do to prepare the soil. Here you can see there's some walk cleaning up to do. We got the old greenhouse over here, and we're going to try to use all this space. Clean it up, mix in the activator, cover the soil, use some black soil. We need to clean all of this. But in general the soil is pretty good, as you can see here. Pretty loose, so we just need to do a bit of fine tuning to it, and it's dry, so we need to water it. And these sparrows are growing. You can see them here. Nice place. And good light exposure for the plants. Mountains on all sides. Let's go! This will be our project for this year's outdoor grow. I'm excited because this location is perfect, and I know it because I've grown here before. There's Jack, the owner, walking already, and that's what we're gonna do now. Let's get going with some. So our first step was just to clean the place up, get rid of all the weeds and get the surface free so we can see what we're working with. Then we start turning the soil, add in activator and try to prep the soil a bit for the plants. Here we're just cleaning up the whole thing, removing all the weeds that were growing there. And this is always the first step, see what you're working with, free up the space, and then we go from there. We clean up, start turning the soil, add an activator and just get the place ready for some seeds. Here I'm starting to prepare the first hole, and we're gonna mix some activator into that. Choose the shape, the size more or less to have an area with really loose soil and make it easy for the plant to grow. And we're gonna do that step by step throughout the whole garden. So in the end everything is turned and full of activator basically, and the soil is super loose and super ready. Nee. And Ingo is the first bag of activator of the 2026 gardening season. We're getting started. We mix one bag per this hole, and for the other areas that we open up, we loosen up. We will see how much we use, but we try to use a lot to really get the ground prepared well for those plants.
That's it.
To get the plant started, I use some black soil. I use here around 10 liters of black soil, so the plant has an easy start. She can make roots easy, has nutrients available, and then later she can grow into the surrounding areas that we prepared. This goes in nice. The next step is mulching. We want to protect the surface and protect it from drying out. So we're using the biofibers from Sonnenerde. They work great, they feed the soil a bit, and at the same time they protect the topsoil from drying out. And that is the whole process. And at the end, we water it in. At Jack's house, it's the same like in my old house. It's mountain spring water because his house is completely off grid, like mine was. So it's the same thing. I don't have to worry about chlorine or anything in the water. It's super clean mountain spring water. We water it in, and that patch is done.
Yeah. Another beautiful day in the mountains, and we're gonna continue our outdoor garden. We have amazing seeds actually. I got some vegetable seeds from Magic Garden Seeds. We're gonna plant those, prepare the soil, get the watering system ready, and we're off to a good start for this outdoor season. I mean, you see this area, I don't know if you can see it, it's beautiful. The weather is perfect, and we're gonna get going with our outdoor grow. So stay tuned, and I'm gonna show you the whole process. So today's plan is pretty simple. We need to prep some soil. We need to add some activator from Sonnenerde. I brought another, I think, 4 or 5 bags. We're gonna prepare the soil. We plant some tomatoes. We have some big tomato plants that are ready to go in. Actually, they're not that big, but they will be big. And prepping soil, getting the watering system ready, and that's pretty much it for today, step by step. I mean, the season just started. We need to prep everything properly. And let's go to the garden. Basically, we're continuing prepping the soil, planting more plants, more vegetables, more tomatoes, and adding the cover crop plants.
Another day in beautiful nature, and on that day my plan was to plant some tomatoes. I had some tomato plants that are in tiny pots and they really need to get into the ground because they look a bit sad. So I was preparing a patch for them and give them a new home and hope that they catch up well and start growing fast and strong. The prep work is the same like always. We turn the ground, we add activator, and at the end we're gonna mulch with the top. On this one I actually added a layer on black soil at the top instead of the planting hole. And that's what we're gonna do, get some tomatoes going while the other seedlings are growing. We have peppers coming, we have in the back, in the corner that you can see there, I planted corn, I planted beans, I have everything going, and now it's time to put plants into the ground. So in this patch I'm gonna add 3 tomato plants and I added some cover crop, just some little organic helpers as they're called. They loosen up the soil and feed some nitrogen. At the same time, as you will see later in the video, the ants started stealing my cover crop seeds. They were like desperate for those seeds to have them. Anyway, whatever is left will grow and the rest goes to the ants. Fair play. They live in the mountain longer than me. Here are the tomatoes going in. As you can see, they're not super happy plants. They've been in those tiny pots for too long, but now they have room to grow, make big roots, and hopefully make big fruits as well. The strategy here with the garden is to make these patches. First we have these patches for the F1 plants, the round circled ones where we prepare the soil. And in between we're gonna fit as much as we can of different types of vegetables, plants, medicinal plants. We have some maca seeds, we have all kinds of stuff. Huacatai as well, Peruvian black mint is going in as well. Like I said, peppers, cucumbers, pumpkins, just regular vegetable garden. And in this corner here, I'm cleaning up and I turn the ground again. So we make little patches everywhere. And then at the end, we will combine all of it. So we have one big garden, basically. In between, we're going to use wood chips that we have left over from cutting wood, etc. as a floor covering basically, so when we water we can walk on the place without carrying all the mud around. That is basically the idea for this plot, and step by step we're getting there. We just need to turn the ground, prepare the soil, and as it is still pretty early in the season, there's no rush, so the plants have time to grow. At home I have seedlings, 3 seedling starter boxes ready with different kind of vegetables, all types, all from Magic Garden seeds, so we can reuse the seeds after the season and start to continue growing our seed vault basically. So we don't have to buy seeds, we can just have seeds every season of the same type of vegetables, and we're trying to find some favorites that we really like. I have some exotic tomatoes this year as well that I'm gonna try, some wild tomato varieties, and I want to see how they do in this climate, how well they harvest, how many fruits they make, and from those I will choose some favorites which we're gonna transfer to the next season. But for now, we're in this season, we're in 2026, so let's prep the soil, get the plants in the ground, and get the season started. Hot today, super hot. That's nice. Better than going to the gym. So I thought maybe a bit of background about this place, because I met Jak many years ago, the owner of the house, when I was living in pretty close to him in a similar mountain region. And I used to go there and help him with the garden because he wanted to have a vegetable garden as well. And then we kind of didn't do anything together for a few years, and now we caught up again, and now we're walking together again. I use his plot as I don't have the house in the mountains anymore, and we have plans for this. We're gonna, you can see the greenhouse in the background, we're gonna turn that into a chicken coop, so we're gonna have chickens as well again. Full vegetable garden, chickens, closing the cycle of life basically. Chicken make fertilizer, make food, and we're gonna feed the plants with the fertilizer that the chickens make. We're gonna use red wigglers as well, composting to make fertilizer. We're gonna try to get the garden back to a very alive state like it used to be when I was there the last time. It was growing everything really nice, the plants were super happy. Like I said, we have elevation, so we have less humidity than you would have at the coast, because at the coast you always have humidity problems. Unlimited mountain spring water, so that's no problem. We can water as much as we want, even in summer when it gets really hot. And that's pretty much the plan for this place right now. We start with the garden, and then when the garden is set up and the plants can grow, we move on to chicken and all of the other projects. So this was a first glimpse at what is coming, and this was episode 1 of the, you can call it vlog or series of our mountain garden. The next time will be already time to put seedlings in, I guess, because they will be ready till then. And you will see the whole process, how we turn this dead piece of land into a beautiful mountain garden. That's the project for this year. I hope you liked the video, and let me know in the comments what you want to see. I mean, of course, the beginning is always a bit slow. We don't have stuff growing yet, but I want to show you the whole process. So if anyone doesn't know how to set up a garden from scratch or where to begin, I hope you can take some information from this video and learn something. I mean, later on you will learn much more, because we're gonna do the Korean natural farming fertilizers. I will show everything in the video, how we make it, how we make calcium, how we make lactic acid bacteria, how we use it, how we apply it, how we turn this place into a little paradise in the mountains. So I hope to see you at the next episode, and I catch you then.